Alrighty then, stand to my quarters and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Copper Tops Cannoneers. Hello Darkmoor, hello Greybeard, we've got Not So Noble, indeed, hello peeps. You're all little marshmallow bunnies, or marshmallow, what are they, ducks? I think, chicks, something. And of course the music is too loud for your brittle old ears. The future is now, old man. You may not like it now, but your kids are gonna love it. Hello Antonites, welcome to the stream. We're about to get started here. We have one day before the end of the month, and we're actually not in debt. Huh. Weird. Surprise mechanics? Surprise mechanics indeed! I've been promised more loot boxes. I already opened one loot box earlier, but the notice said that we would all be receiving 2 loot boxes, so we're going to see what ends up happening with that one. Hello, Kaylor. Indeed, happy Wednesday. Alright, we have a lot of work to get done. We need about 4-ish million C-bills. We don't actually. I've already started construction on the mech. That'll be fun. And the Summoner is back in a whole new configuration that I designed while we were away, so hopefully it'll be fun. What happened when we aren't in debt? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like last day before the end of the month and I'm not 5 million C-bills in debt. What is this insanity? Is somebody actually managing this budget here? Cannot handle it. I am the surprise mechanic. Hello, Libby. Welcome to the stream. New summoner. It's not new.
Commander.
It's old, but it's been rebuilt from the last time that it was blown up. But anyway, yeah, this new summoner is designed sort of similarly along the lines of the last summoner. The last summoner idea was open up with the Ultra Auto Cannon, follow up with the PPC that is shotgun and splatters all over the place. Well, we lost the PPC that shotguns and splatters all over the place, and we found out that the jumping is only about as effective as running. So unless we're going to be running through a whole bunch of mines, which at the moment we're not really a problem. So I've changed things up. It is now packing a mask and a little bit more of a medium pulse laser MRM-10 build for that backup fire support. We'll see what ends up happening. Fingers crossed, hopefully it'll work. What is what? The end is near. Indeed, the end times have begun. I don't recall dropping myself here. Oh, right. We're taking a mission that I swore I never would do again. This is a blackout mission. We're going to go to the area and get absolutely murked. We're also being forced to bring only 6 out of our normal 12 units. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll make a little bit of money. We'll find out. Started getting everybody along the route. Unfortunately, and I really wanted to bring Arizona Ranger too. Unfortunately, Arizona Ranger needs 1 more day of repair, and we are on the literal last day of the month.
Location confirmed.
Alright, turn number 2. Sensors should be activated. Everybody should be seeing what's going on. We're going to try and not get too close to the area because you know what happened the last time we did this. Still salty. Still incredibly salty. But we're just going to get a move. And hopefully we won't die. Someone get my helicopter.
Good to go.
Yes, AWACS. Target zone.
Copy that.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Confirmed.
What is this? I have many questions. Running gun go up high. Big Iron continue to follow, and Tigger 2.
Moving out.
Right through the building. Wait for it.
Receiving you.
There's investigate the biolab with 2 units. Ah, jerks. Okay, 2 units. We've investigated. What? A few dead bodies. Get around. Check the biolab. Head to the main complex. Huh, interesting. So we weren't ambushed for once. What is this madness? I love it.
Confirmed.
Now I have a mission where I don't have to worry about getting absolutely murdered immediately.
Reporting.
We just have a lot of traveling to do.
Heading that way.
Right, we're gonna go well up high. See if we can't utilize that to our advantage. Where is this biolab I'm going to? Oh, it's way over there. Oh. So well, we actually want to cut through this facility, and it'll be fine.
Location
Fingers crossed.
confirmed.
We are bringing Rubik's Cube on this one. It's been a little while, although he is the heaviest thing that we've got. Not necessarily the most powerful mech that we have, but Rubik's Cube has demonstrated on multiple occasions that it is a solid fighter. There goes half the salvage. Wait, what? Why did half the... Oh, you mean because we didn't get ambushed? I'm willing to take it if it means I can get my mechs out of this intact. I took this for 1 of 3 or 1 of 6 or 1 of 7, 1 of something priority salvage, and 1.3-ish million C-bills, which should pay for the drop cost. So I'm reasonably happy with that. Continue to move.
On my way.
Our mechs are relatively close to the similar speed.
Heading that way.
We're just a little bit strung out because of reasons. Hi, I'm in the biolab. What do you got? Base has been put under quarantine by pirates. Oh no! Did they just Kool-Aid man us? I think they may have. Destroy the occupying lance. Okay. Where's the occupying lance? We have discovered them. We're dealing with a trebuchet, easy kill. a light streak carrier. Oh, is this a new model? I don't remember the buggy model. I like it. It's pretty fun. Then we also have a light hybrid carrier, you must die, and a wyvern, which is boring. Wow. If this is the level of opposition, then I don't know why we ever were terrified to run into them in the first place, because, oh my god, this is nothing. How dare you. Tiger, go high.
Copy that.
This is the latest and greatest of patches, which means that, unfortunately, vehicles are now killable instead of being instantaneously returned to you every single time. Do you have to preserve the base? Doesn't look like it. I mean, they already blew the stuff up. So I think we're done here. This is a decent challenge? What?
Yeah.
This is nothing. This is inferior. I fear none of these units. At least not yet, anyway. I may come to regret that decision, but at the moment, I regret nothing. Trebuchet, yeah, LRM-15s, who cares? The Streak MML 5s, interesting. Wyvern, boring. How about the hybrid carrier? Thunderbolt 10, okay, you're actually worth killing. I will utilize my standard APMs, get some fire down on the target. Since it's a light carrier, I might actually be able to kill it, despite the fact that I think they may have small protection. It is looking in that direction. Running gun, this is your first opportunity to attack somebody. Unfortunately, you're not really in range to engage with your primary weapon. Wow, actually, yeah, you just gotta chill, because the small protection be too strong. It's too strong! You gotta move you quickly. Very quickly. While still flanking them.
Understood.
That's very important to me. I could mess with the light streak carrier, but I feel that that may be a mistake. I'm going to instead shoot the trebuchet in the back.
Locked on. Rear armor.
Oh, that worked. That worked pretty well. Rolling up and having to defend that base is not the fun version of this. The ambush version's worse because they like spawn on top of you. That's why I moved in only with my AWACS first. I mean, if you use Clan Omnis, you deserve to lose. We have a lot of Clan Omnis, though. Unfortunately, the spawn protection is real and it's annoying because it carries over. Like, seriously, why is spawn protection carrying over on multiple turns? I call unfun shenanigans, but we've made that complaint many a time. We haven't been listened to, of course, but that's par for the course. Alright. Wait, there's allies? We have allies? A rocket defense turret? What? This ought to be fun. Trebuchet not managing to move outside the defense zone of the incoming artillery barrage, so that'll be cool.
Commander.
TI double spell sticker.
On my way. Double time.
A wonderful thing. 28, 74. I like that way better. I'm going to even throw in a little bit of extra oomph into that shot. Wonderful thing about Tigger's is Tigger's a wonderful thing. Hello, Talik. Welcome to the stream. I've now seen 5 versions of Blackout. Yeah, it rolls up a whole bunch of different types. It can be interesting if they remove the bullcrap mechanics about spawn protection with the enemy having them and you don't. That was a beautiful rocket launcher strike. I love it. We would enjoy more of those, if you don't mind. Allied turret just utterly butchering the enemy. I love it. Make more. Do more. Wow. Okay. That seems like it may not have been worth it, but okay.
Commander.
Ebon Jaguar. You shall move in and do your Jaguar-y things.
Full speed.
This may actually knock this guy down. It did not. Okay, he's close though. Light hybrid carrier. I hereby declare you excommunicatus stertorus. You may explode now. How it works. That's how it all works.
You have orders?
Running gun, I would like you to get a decent shot on something so that you can blow it up and impress me.
Of course.
I've designed you to impress. 63, 69, 63, but you're bigger, so it's one of those, you're the biggest thing I can see, and I want to make a good impression. Although the trebuchet is moving next, so let's make sure that he doesn't get a chance to.
As you wish.
Dead. Gone. Taken care of.
We can salvage that.
And the Rubik's Cube. I doubt the Rubik's Cube is going to be able to get in range, but that's not the point. I thought I saw. I did see a direct line of sight.
Full speed.
Oh, that may actually work. It worked. It 110% worked. This may have been some easy money. Prop it up. Gonna shift on forward, but that's all he can do.
Heading that way.
So there's only a single remaining unit.
Standing by.
And I only have an AWACS, so, you know, that's the thing. Slip in right behind him, or at least try and slip in right behind him. I'll take that. Shoot you in the back. I'll utilize some special accuracy missions. Wait, was that all? Oh my god. That LRM looks like it was packing tandems of some description.
think I hit something good.
The Wyvern is not a happy camper,
I'm out of LRM.
and hopefully he will shoot at not me so that I don't have to, you know, pay for the repairs. No, he's gonna shoot at me. Only hit us with 11 damage. Not bad.
Mostly.
See, we use these forests, and the enemy just cannot touch us. Gauss rifle.
Moving to
From
position.
above! Fire.
Target acquired.
Oh, and there goes half your shoulder. Heavy damage, unsteadiness, which means the Ebon Jag is going to be in an absolutely perfect position to murk you so long as the turrets don't do it first. I'm surprised that the rockets didn't kill you. Oh, but it's self-destruction guy. Self-destruction guy, dude. Emperor's Domain encompasses millions of force. Alrighty then, that was easy.
Successful.
I'll take it. As a Smurf, I agree. Evil Smurfs. Alright, so we made 1,000,000 sea builds. Bing, bang, boom, done. Nice and simple and easy. I could get light carrier parts. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4. That might actually be worth it. I'm not entirely sure. Streak MMLs, not impressed with. Basic cockpit, 180 fusion core's too small to really be any useful. I'm gonna grab the ammo for the TBM-12, or for the TBM-10. Did he drop the TBM-10? I don't have one. No, I'm gonna grab the light carrier part, and I'm gonna see if I can't combine it with other light carriers. I was hoping I would get another one, but apparently not. It was not to be. 40k is done long. It works out though. It's brilliant. After all, you can't spell BattleTech without 40k. You literally can. Like literally, 40k does not show up at all in BattleTech. There is no 4s, there are no 0s, and there are in fact no Ks in BattleTech. BATTLETECH. What do we got? You gonna give me anything? Am I going to be rewarded for my loyalty and all that? 6,000. Oh my god, the repair costs are gonna kill me. We can get, yes, this is true. We can get Bane Blades. Alright, we're at 3-ish million. I need to do a quick check of, not the command center, I need to go to the store. Quick check of the store, make sure that everything is whatever we don't want and or do want. They're selling an entire Wolverine so long as you're willing to mortgage your house and your livelihood and all of the children. Mortar 4, I really actually don't need it. I would like this LRM, if I'm honest. Give me 2 LRM-20Cs. That would be awesome, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to spend 500,000 Seables on it. I'd rather spend it on repairs to the Argo and the like. Don't really need any of that. I already looked through the entire list. And, apparently, we can show up at the Davian Black Market. I'm not quite sure how we're doing it, but we're going to try. And they're selling parts. Lots of parts. Do you have a something? Something. It begins with an H. Yotatsumi Koto or something like that. Weapons carrier 30-ton LRM, AC-10s, 2s, heavy MRMs, heavy risk rotaries. Hi, I would love it. I have 2. I need ammo. Do you have ammo? Are you selling ammo? Because if you're selling ammo, then I'm buying. I'm buying all the things. Still, no, just all kinds of junk that I don't need. Exchanger Plus, I definitely need that. Black and direct missile HP for a fibrous heat bank clan. Yeah. Interest for mask, I'd rather have a clanner if I'm going to do with it. Hardened tactics support Bravo. Ammo Arrow 4. Ammo Long Tom. It's not enough ammo Long Tom to really do anything with, but it is something. Ammo Thumper and Double UAC ammo. We'll grab the Exchanger. We can't afford not, well, we could afford not to, but I would like to build some very interesting designs, and the Exchangers tend to work with them. My Lensman ignores your puniness. Give me another double ton of UAC ammo, just in case. You never know. Sometimes things might just happen, you. One part to a champion, because that's what you need. I do want that long time ammo ton. Because that puts me, yeah, 1 ton away from being able to actually build a long time. Which is great. Also, I saw high explosive ATM ammo, which I'm a fan. Yeah, full ton HCM, or ATM. It's just more space efficient is all. So, I do want it.
New equipment available.
And then last but not least, the Arrow 4 ammo. I have 4 shots. I'm actually good on Arrow 4 ammo. Although having more is never necessarily a bad thing. Mine clearances, thunders. If these were improved thunders or fast cams, I'd give it a shot. But it's not, so I won't. And that's that. So we managed to spend most of our money. Searchlight sensors are fun. I can see that. I can definitely understand the desire for such things. Spiked boots, don't really need them. I mean, I could. It'd be great, but I'm getting a little bit low on cash. Sensors with spotlight. Bonus of +2 to detection within 150 meters. Provides additional sensor information. Fog of war stays revealed around this unit, which is not good. And +1 bonus sensor provides additional target. It seems too much like a double-edged sword to me. Because you light yourself up when you light up the enemy. And that's not really a good survival strategy. Alright, to the Argo. What are we working on? Out of curiosity. Halopolis, Arizona Ranger, and Gracie's design is in another 30 days. So we're going to actually need most of that time. Well, maybe we'll get the Halopolis back. TikTok, TikTok. We almost went over time. So we did pick up a loot box earlier. We got ourselves a Savage Wolf. It is the IATM plus large ER. It's this. At least you have to suffer with malice with sensor kit. So we got this from a loot box: twin ER large pulse laser, twin ER medium pulse laser, a small pulse laser, and an ATM-12 kit alongside with it. So it's supporting a bit of an interesting design philosophy on that one. I'm not 100% sure I'm on board with it, but that's what it is. We also picked up a brand new Hellhound. The thing is, we're never going to use it, so I'm going to junk the Hellhound. Thank you for the money. You're also saving me some cash. I think I'm going to keep our Savage Wolf. That'll give us 3 Savage Wolves at this point. So yeah, enjoy. Click the clock. And welcome to the end of the month. We have 406,000 C-bills. Welcome and thank you. Use this to fight your fight. Aha! Loot boxes! These were the surprise mechanics we were talking about. Open. Okay, we got a Hellbringer. I like it a lot, actually. To be honest, I'm all on board with this. I like Hellbringers. Hellbringers are cool. They're like the slightly less cool version of the summoner. Although some of the setups on this are a little ridiculous. It's a pirate one too. All right, so it's twin pirate ER PPC plus cap. How much damage are these doing? 50 damage. Weapon has a 20% chance to misfire when firing the ER or damage mode. Jam modifiers to mitigate. Alternate fire modes can damage this weapon when it jams. This weapon has a recoil of 1. PPC applies stacking ECM jamming of 1. High energy capacitors violently discharge for 60 damage when destroyed. And this PPC has been fitted with a capacitor and cannot be enhanced by external capacitors. High explosive mines in a 2-hex radius are removed. Can toggle between extreme range or overcharging the capacitor, exchanging reliability for range or damage. So here's the thing. This seems dumb. This seems turbo dumb. Because why not just instead pack on the vastly superior clan ER PPCs and save ourselves 4 tons? Hardened armor, how fast is it? That's a good well, yeah, that is a good question. So plus 40% weight. And what's the slowdown? Locations are immune to hull breaches. Doesn't actually say that it slows them. First 20, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't see any place that shows that it slows them. Ditch the coolant flush? Where? He's got a heat bank and an exchanger plus an integrated searchlight, so he gets to be. Oh, these? No reason to dump these at the moment. Minus 25% heat, minus 25 heat when active. Pressurized coolant can explode. What's my current heat efficiency on this one at the moment? 118 for 94. It's also packing an MRM 10. I'm kind of iffy on that. And an AMS Mark II to allow it to just shoot down anything that comes its way. Left and right torso? Yeah. I could amp these up to an ATM. And a small X pulse laser? Really? We don't do that here. So if I did something like these. Where was I looking for? Oh yeah, missiles. Do I have? I do. Ooh, I only have a single ATM-9 and a pirate ATM-9. And 1 ton is not enough to actually run the whole thing. I'm missing an MRM-10 if I swap for it. Well, this is vastly superior to the MRM-10 anyway. Give me ATM ammo, give me high explosive, give me standard. 4 more tons remaining. I do a lot of stuff with that. Can't carry combat shotgun. I kind of want to keep these. Those will keep me sort of in line and rocking as we need to. The irony is it's got hardened ferrule, but the ERPPCs kind of make you want to keep it at long range. Yes, it does have free case when they do explode. It's not that bad. MS Mark II and something center torso. Could go with a tag. Having armor might be a good idea. That would turbo armor this thing. Because it's giving plus 50% armor, so basically double all these armor values. Or increase them by 50%, whatever. Armor might not be the bad thing to do. Sure as heck not gonna get arrow off of this thing. I think armor might be the way to go. Like, I've basically just straight up increased the firepower on this thing considerably. I don't really need to do anything else on it aside from give it enough defenses in order to hold the line and handle the heat. It just feels like I'm missing something though. Because you know how you just want to boat the heck out of weapons? Like, this is one of those times. Be 150 armor, full 150 frontal armor. Give me a ton on that center torso. Some leg armor. Can I get up to 100 on both? I can, but only at the expense of doing that. And then a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Give myself slightly, a little bit of, ECM and electronics. It's got a sensor tracker Mark II built in. So better accuracy at extreme range, and yet the hardened ferrule. Cockpit SLDF and a FCS energy. I actually really do like that. That's really wonderful. Emergency coolant system +2. Automatically provides 2 additional engine heat sinks, one above 90%. Wait, so it does nothing as long as I'm... Does it seriously do nothing as long as I'm not doing anything? Because that would be bad. Also, this ultralight gyro is bad. Should be an XL gyro. Because the XL gyro will keep you from... Oh, that's why it's the ultralight gyro. Never mind. So he takes additional stability damage. A lot of additional stability damage at that. So that's a little bit concerning, actually. I could go Selfish AMS, although... Yeah, Selfish AMS would give me enough to do other things with. So Nova CWS, when you forget pilots need a comfortable seat. Nova CWS is amazing if you can get it. Unfortunately, we don't have any at the moment. So otherwise, I would totally put it on here. Just to keep us alive. We are in need of other things. I don't want to touch the sensor tracker Mark II because it's a +5 accuracy at maximum range. And I don't want to remove the energy, so we've got a +6 at maximum range. The cockpit SLDF, though, it can go either way. Plus piloting and tactics doesn't really affect me all that much. I'd rather clan one for more gunnery. It is an inner sphere XL engine, though, so that's not comfortable. He's going to tank damage, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We'll have to see what he does after his first outing. So we'll build that. It's going to take us 14 days. It's actually a pirate mech. So it doesn't actually have any of the other things that you might normally associate with a Hellbringer. More days. Hey! Other loot box. I'm surprised there is no pirate recliner in the cockpit. We got Advanced Optics Mark II, a laser rifle, a laser pistol, another laser pistol, a chainsword, and a Sunspider. I love it. A handheld sticky flamer, Hydra, more advanced optics, a handheld light PPC, bolt-on AMSs galore, handheld light AC5s, a lot of those, and tandem 10s.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
I don't know. Oh, the Sunspider was one of my favorite mechs. Are you a Rack 5? No, you're a light out ultra Gauss rifle. Explain. So it has a recoil of 2, a jam of 2, fires twice, does... I like this. I like this a lot. Ooh. Yeah, very much fan. Much wow. Advanced torso mounted cockpit? What? Oh, this is... Yeah. Clan Diamond Shark knows how to pay. 10 ton, 2 damage again. What? No. You missed the 50 in front of it, so 50 damage times 2 because of the 2 shots. It's an ultra auto cannon, except it's an ultra Gauss rifle, so it does 2 shots at 50 damage. So, it's nice. Okay, it has a large super laser in it. Wait, what? Oh, it does. Good point. What's the super laser gonna do for me? Heavy lasers deal superior damage and have no accuracy penalty, but can explode for 45 damage when destroyed. Yeah, so heavy laser crits PPC 4. Oh, damage bonus deal 33% increased damage and additional 20% armor damage at minus 50% reduced range. Range has a plus 50% range and a plus 1 improved accuracy with 33% reduced damage. I see. Put a ground and call it a game. I like it a lot. I'm a huge fan of this. This is beautiful. There's only one thing that it needs, and it needs an exchanger. That's right. That'll bring us up to 66 for 68, and the Advanced Optics Mark II to give it a little bit more of a sight on that one. Actually, which would be better, exchanger or this? So we are at 66.78 versus 75.78. So clearly the Clan Exchanger wins. IATMs on IATMs. Yes, it has enhanced, improved advanced tactical missiles. So they ignore all kinds of evasion, and it even has an EMP round. This has been the best Christmas ever. Minus 2 advanced tactical missile damage, but that's fine. But then target reduced by minus 1 for 2 turns. That's the accuracy. So yeah, I don't know if that's per missile too. I'm looking forward to opening my boxes too. They are lovely, very very lovely. We got high explosives, improved extended range, meh, and EMP. I do think I have one type of ammo for ATMs. Oh, it's just standard. Oh, it's additional HE. I don't think I'll need ER. Like, they already have pretty long range. And you know, gross stack of targeting gear. Extreme range, long range, medium range, tracking. This thing is beautiful, and I love it. Hopefully it doesn't die.
I'll get it.
I enjoy Sunspiders anyway, but that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And Gracie's already on the way. Alright, we need a couple of days for our pilots to feel a little less tired. There we go. No more loot boxes. We got our 2 loot boxes. And I think it's time to check the barracks, check the command center, and then we'll have a good time. Simbri has no level up, Clue has no level up, Gambinoth has no level up, holding position, no level up, Ogre no level up, Nord wasn't with us, Plate and Pyro are both maxed already, Shade wasn't with us, and Spirits wasn't with us, and Talik wasn't with us, and Waited wasn't with us. So we're good. Command center. I could go to the store and shop, but we're not going to. I hope I can get in a mech again finally. What are you normally driving in? Recovery missions, several recovery missions. Now, because of the... So it is the mini campaign, so the map has reset. And because of that, we can see here that we are in the middle of, well, Davian space. Although Davian space is... Oh no, we're in Capellan Confederation space. Never mind. And Saydine is compact. There happens to be a random Federated Suns planet on Kittery. Because that's how it works. I think we need to start heading up towards Solaris. As you can see, it has a little golden icon that is much more easily seen now that Barak doesn't own half the map. So we will be heading up there eventually. Not immediately. We need a little bit of money first. But definitely got to start heading in that direction. Manson, let's go find stuff to do. The TBW that... the Timberwolf that died and then you shoved me in a warrior? Oh, right. Okay, let's go find ourselves a mission to go kill people. Escort missions are not what I'm looking for. Although, we could work for Comstar. 4 of 19 priority salvage? That could work. Napoleons versus local pirates. I mean, I do need to start saving money in order to start heading over that way, so I'm actually kind of in favor of this one. It's 255 right now, which is actually pretty good. Although that's because I don't have my other vehicles. Sunspider. Getting a super laser is fun, having to mount it is funnier. getting a 70-tonner in post-game gear kind of defeats the purpose. Well, it was... So this is a reward for the end of the map. Are we still allied with Clan Diamond Shark? I believe so. I don't think we lose any of that. It's just the map changes. So we're basically Clan Diamond Shark in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. Where's the... I think you were driving a Talos and then a Timberwolf and then a Hetzer. Do I have a Timberwolf? No, we sold it. I'll throw in a Sunspider. We'll have Dalik finally try a Sunspider. After all, he has been sitting very patiently and waiting for us to let him do something. And this seems like the perfect opportunity to allow him to try. We have 3 Savage Wolves. Oh, God. Yeah, the loot boxes for the end of the season were very generous. I'm very happy with it. We'll see what we can actually pull off. We only got a half hour. After all of that hard work, we were rewarded. I should probably check the ally page just in case. Yeah, we'll do that after this mission. We'll see just exactly what it is we have to work with. With any luck, we'll still have, you know, an entire country. Map reset everything. I was under the impression the map only reset the map. And that, you know, we're all in our own... That we all kept our own factions. But that is a very nice Sunspider. That is not the Sunspider that I used to build. The Sunspider that I used to build was an ATM 42, I want to say. Had 42 ATMs, a machine gun, and a light tag on it. And if I could hold the range, which was not that difficult, I could completely peel assault mechs. It was not uncommon. It's some derpy 0.5 season. Yep. We get to have some fun and enjoy. Wait a couple of weeks for them to implement some new things, and then we'll return to it. We need 2 more Savage Wolves and have a star of Savage Wolves. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I'm already kind of uncomfortable with having all of these Savage Wolves. Although at some point we do need to just put them all together and see what happens. With that said, Savage Wolves are actually pretty vulnerable. They're dangerous to field to yourself because they have the Klein XXL engine. And let me give you... Oh, pardon me. That may give you a ton of weight to play with, but... I mean, you've got a Klein XXL engine. You may as well have taken the Innisphere XL engine. It's gonna give you the same vulnerability. Yes, the Klein XXL engine gets more space. Don't at me. But in terms of survivability, ew, it ruins it so bad. That's why I love the Pirate one so much, because I was able to put in an actual proper Klein XL engine into it. Considering the right streamers seem to be losing anything with the name Wolf in it, I'd say it's a legitimate curse word. I don't know. Arizona Ranger does really well for itself. Shows up, kicks butt, takes name. It's not in this mission, but hey. We're feeling the Rubik's Cube, which is, God, what's it called? I don't even remember. Sunder? Was it a Sunder?
Command interface.
Assault mech, we just call it that. It's an assault mech with an XL engine in it. It's been alive for forever. It's great. Continues to fight. Sorry. Let's find the enemy. Where are you? Where are you? Do I know? No, don't do that. You don't know, okay. So, oh, they're somewhere in here. Wonderful. And this is a map corner. Okay, so I can spawn on the corner of the map, and I can try and push in through here. That works for me. 1, 2, 3. Spread out a little bit, makes us a slightly less tempting target for artillery. 6 units, senior or 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, seems reasonable. We drop. Part of the problem is the Timberwolf was not designed for the sort of engagements we put it in this game, so they become somewhat more vulnerable than they otherwise might be on tabletop.
Ready for anything.
Because in tabletop, you're not expected to take on 48 units with like 6.
Good to go, Commander. Here we go.
I'm looking for anything that comes equipped with melee weapons. That's why we're here. Also, that was a really fast movement, and I'm kind of jealous. So we're gonna let them move first, see if they can't expose themselves, and then we'll try and beat the ever-living crap out of them. You look like you might be a Clint. Are you a Clint? Yeah, you're a Clint. You're therefore incredibly boring. I don't like you. And your shoulders look stupid, as does your head, but you know that already.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Clints are ugly mechs, and not like cool ugly. They're just ugly. I've never seen... Goodness me. The yawning does not stop. I have never seen a Clint, any artwork, any fan artwork even, of a Clint that looks good. They all just look like crap. Okay, it looks like he's equipped with streaks,
Barely hit,
or...
Commander.
I think it might be streaks. Come for your triple strength mimer in your edge. It's pretty much... I'm trying to build a melee mech for Kyogre over here. You think you could be a pal? Ooh, somebody's packing some kind of auto or Gauss rifle. Hyper assault gas, maybe?
Took a hard hit there.
They're fine. Stop whining about it. Oh, he's already taken a wound. Are you a huntsman? No, you are a roughneck. Alright, we're gonna see if we're at the bottom of things. Sunspider, move forth. Alright, we'll get a line of sight there if I go there, or I can get a more direct one, like so. Sensors, what do we got? It doesn't look like much of anything. Tag him at the target you can see, not terrible. Heat buildup is pretty minimal. Oh, I can set them to streak or not, or in direct mode. That's pretty cool. Reasonable accuracy out of the IATMs. The light ultra Gauss rifle, not so much, and the larger super laser, also not so much. But I think could hold it back. Nah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Give it everything.
On it.
Oh, I didn't realize that there's two people there. A hazard? What's a hazard? I am curious. Another Clint, really? Huh. You're interesting. They also apparently have a backpack of what looks to be NOS. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. Eben Jaguar, there happens to be a line of people hidden down a corridor. I suggest that you line them up and try to knock them down. Again, we don't really need to hit the target so much as just funnel towards it. Because they're stacked on top of each other. Hello, humongous, welcome to the stream. So as much as mechanically it's simple, one of the neat things about Bex right now is it's tracking the companies and house formations for human face. Like for location? I'm not positive what you mean. We'll get there one day, you'll have a melee mech. Someday! I know they're out there, somewhere out there. Position yourself like so.
Confirmed.
Hide the helicopter behind the building. And shoot at the quick draw. If you miss the quick draw, you'll hit the hazard. That's the rule, basically. I should be aiming for the hazard and that way, if I miss, I'll hit the quick draw. But
Awaiting orders.
running gun. Good full power running gun. Just see what I can get to. Yeah, we'll take that. Sure, why not? Well, actually, no ultra autocannon on this one. The reason being, of course, I want to save the ultra autocannon for when I can actually run up and get a good shot on the target. Because they're actually good 40 tonners though. They're ugly. I didn't say anything about their capabilities. Although, nah, they have an AC5. The garbage. That AC5 makes them pure trash. I will not hear anything else of it. But no, seriously, if you're equipping an AC5 onto a mech, especially a mech that light, no, you made a mistake. Swap it out for a PPC. Yeah, this is just not really working.
What's that?
I kind of knew it wouldn't, but at the same time, I did have that little spark of hope and belief. It did not come true. Hey, he got it! See, that's why Big Iron is here. Because Big Iron can handle it. And our last target of the day. Just let it rip. If you shoot enough shots at something, eventually it will explode. We got a turn one kill. Beautiful. Variable range targeting is an innate bonus even the clans don't. If I recall correctly, Clint has a... God, what does Clint get? A medium range bonus? Our hazards new mechs for RogueTech? I have no idea. I've never heard of them before. They might be an actual mech that I'm just not familiar with. This quick draw dude, you are moving fast! With plasma, no less. Interesting. So I don't know where the hazard comes from. Could be a clean sheet design, although I wouldn't count on that. I'm just gonna move right up into you, and I'm gonna basically turn you inside out.
On my way.
Because you've made the mistake of coming within high explosive ATM range. Okay, it's not an ideal high explosive ATM strike, but you know what? It did enough. It made him unsteady.
Orders?
Running gun can now come forth and actually do his thing. Mask to on! Recalculate the maneuverability. gonna figure out just how fast this thing actually goes as soon as it figures it out. That explains it. The Clint has variable range targeting. I'm fielding one now. It's nifty. Interesting. Goes. Hoo-pa! We're getting up to that 4 defense. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh,
New
go
target
there.
acquired.
No, just push the whole thing.
I understand.
Definition, subscribe to tier 1. They've been for 3 months. Thank you so much for being with us. I'll send out my heartbeats on to you. By the way, folks, if you have any Urban Mech emotes, you need to spam me them in chat to support the people who support the channel. Everything there is contested and has labels. Now it's not in any way, shape, or form since the edit wars. Wait, what? I have no idea what you're talking about, actually. Bit confused. I'm going to turn on the Ultra Autocannon. I'm also going to turn on the Warlord. And we're going to see what ends up happening. Who's going to break first, me or you?
Yes, Commander.
This is everything I've
Enemy
ever
down.
wanted. Other option you run into is Cicada, and why not have a variable range targeting? Because I don't want an AC5, I'd rather the PPC and the Cicada. I mean, that is the long and the short of it for me. The fact that you have to bring such a terrible piece of equipment is just, I can't get over it.
Roger.
You are somehow still unsteady. I'm gonna Warlord, I'm gonna see just how much armor I can
New
peel off of
target
you.
acquired.
We're of course gonna go onto the high explosive versions because you decided to get close. Large super plus the follow-up plus the missiles is a knocked down quick draw.
Take that.
Long with Deep extended their sub. Thank you so much. A hype train is close. One more person needs to sub, gift, or use bits, apparently. That's what it's warning me. I don't know if this warning is the correct label.
Commander.
That's what it's telling me, though. All right, Mr. Quick Draw, you made a severe mistake, and I'm going to punish you for that mistake severely. What do you have in the shoulder? We don't know. I'm going to go center torso core out, because hopefully I'll save some weapons. I am firing a whole bunch of business, so that's probably not going to happen. Anyway. Yes. Die, Quick Draw. There was a time I loved Quick Draws.
That's a kill.
I still do like Quick Draws, but I
Ready
wouldn't
for
trust
orders.
a pilot in them. How many Clints am I actually done with? Oh, and a Ryokan too. I believe it's advising. Shadow Swordmaster has gifted some bits. Thank you so much. Yeah. AWACS, I need to get in here. So the Ryokan 2 probably designed. Yeah, it's an anti-aircraft platform. And a roughneck over here, equipped with all kinds of fun stuff. Probably has a combat shotgun being held, which I think the combat shotgun does a lot in order to actually improve the roughneck. It actually gives you a little bit of extra, much needed firepower. Although at the same time, it's a little weird. Between you and Atreus, I finally made sure to run all of the ECM goodies and such. No idea they did so much. So if you put a pilot in a quick draw, it's a sign you don't trust a pilot. No, I said wouldn't trust a pilot in it. As in, I wouldn't trust the pilot to survive using it. ECM and AWS is super important. Yes, the most important. Shoot the Ryokan.
Got it.
The things he can do to us are very painful.
I'm out
and
of
we'd rather
LRM.
not. The only follow-up I have at this one, I think, is Big Iron. Okay, running guns point defense system handling all of that. Did not care. Everything has been taken care of.
Good to go.
And Tigger. T-I double her. We'll see through the corner of the building. We're just going to see if we can't tear him apart. 43%. I'll take it.
Target acquired.
That didn't quite work, but it did knock the building down. So, urban renewal at its finest. 19s, double 19s, and then we get our movement on Big Iron. Clint coming on forward. Clint doing nothing.
What's that?
Big Iron, time for you to get into a fight with a mech that is actually just your size. Isn't that cute?
Heading that way.
And yeah, I'm gonna definitely throw the Warlord on this one. Double tap with the Gauss. Ugh, of course he missed. I hate the fact that he almost always misses one of those Gausses. The building was the enemy. Always, always. And if not, we obviously have an urban renewal bit into our contract. So all of this destruction of buildings, totally fine. Hype train chance ended in 40 seconds from now. Although there's a delay, so by the time you guys get it, it'll probably be like 5 or 10 seconds. So we'll see. Just how long your hair is. What does that mean? Yes, my hair is rather long. I keep meaning to get it cut, but then like it doesn't look half bad. I've been watching older episodes and the current episodes of this, and I didn't realize how much work they did. I'm retrofitting all my mechs. So older ECM used to be kind of broken because what it would do, it would give you free, God, what's the word? Free evasion pips. Then they changed it to the ECM gave you basically just a malice to enemies shooting at you, and it all stacked. It still does, but like it used to be the bubble wars back in the day. Like you bubbled everything. Rogue 2 coming around. Could have been firing the Evan Jag because honestly, oh wow, that's incredibly accurate. Holy crap! Props to him, man. Oh, we've got friends. I knew this mission was too easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, they're gonna be right on top of us. Alright, Evan Jag, I need you to not be there. And not be there. Really, just wherever you are, it's probably wrong. Don't mean to be rude, but like, you're wrong. In every sense of the word. I'm not gonna bother with the Clint right now. I definitely need to knock you out. My heat is actually running away with me. No Gauss Rifle? Gauss Rifle will take care of it. Yeah, we'll fire standard 18s at him.
Here we go.
Oh crap, that's the Clint. Duh. Get some enemy movement on there, and then we'll try and run the running gun. Maybe we'll get him into a gunfight with the back of the RogueTech. That might actually work. I think we may have the movement for it. If just barely. Anything to get us away from hostile drop pods. Because they're about to ruin us. Come on, you can think. It's not that hard. You're a stealthed MML carrier. What are you expecting you're going to be able to pull off? The answer is not much. I mean, I should take that back. He may have, like, fire. In which case, he's going to do all kinds of damage. But he's pulling back and going to fire missiles. Yep, he's going indirect for the AWACS. The AWACS, unfortunately for him, has his own point of defense. The big issue, I think the issue with Big Iron missing one versus the other one is the Gauss is an M7.
Yes,
What is
Commander.
it? It's a little more simple than that. Run! Oh, not only is will he have cover while doing it. So we have 3 evasion and he'll have cover. I'll take it.
Have no doubt.
That'll give him a little
it
bit
will be
damage reduction
done.
on top of whatever he's about to do as well. This is going to be a little toasty, but I mean, totally worth it, right? What's your problem here? Shut down on a 30? Oh, that's a little high. How about this? Shut down on a 10. I'll risk the 10.
Target lock of enemy clear.
Wow, we missed literally everything. That was so painful. Well, not
Over the
everything.
red line. Heat
When I
damage.
first started with you, it was short. I think you've been slicking it back or something. Well, Barbara, that's why I think this is stuff. Yeah, I just rack it back behind my headset. Purpose attack brief. Stiletto, run away. Ow. X-Pulse medium lasers. I gotta get the AWACS out of here. It's too
Damage
slow and it's
is
taking too
minor,
much damage.
Commander. Receiving you.
Sunspider might actually be able to get into many interesting places. Only if I'm willing to stand in front of the drop pods, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not. So the Sunspider's targets may be severely limited. Yeah, that's just too gosh darn close to the drop pods. It's disappointing, but I'm not gonna leave this thing around to get shot at. We're gonna pull away, give it some room. Rubik's Cube has a similar problem, unfortunately. He can at least lob missiles on a target, but I don't want him getting too close to things. It's just too dangerous. Darkly Ryoken, give him some love. My hair is actually practically gosh darn shoulder length at this point. So
Waiting for orders.
I'm gonna continue to run with you. This time I would like to have as much speed as possible. 7 is good. I like 7. I'll take the 7. We'll come back later. Nothing wrong with that. My now 97-year-old aunt did not renew her license at 92, but she still notices people. Alright, we're gonna just run like that, see if we can't slip into the back. Hopefully they'll ignore us. I would rather not lose the AWACS since vehicles now have a chance of dying, and not having an AWACS anymore would be really sad. It'd mean we'd have to use a warrior. I'd have to buy a carrier. Oh, Evan Jag just getting nailed by all the fire.
That one was. I'm under heavy fire.
Yeah, your right torso is extremely open, and I'm not happy about that at all. Not much I can do about it, but it is an issue. Was it you? Or you? No, you're advanced power medium lasers. Tiger, medium laser, SRM6, and fluid gun. It's gotta be you then. I don't know who it is. It must be you. That's how this works. Throw the vigilance because you're standing out in the open. Probably should have given the vigilance also to the BattleTech, but hindsight is 20/20. Your hair and beard is similar to mine. My beard is longer and wider. I had an inch of it cut off the other day for some since 2019. They'll just want to be 120 for working. Back to the campaign. Oh no, that's fine. Ow! Stop shooting Big Iron. Big Iron is going to ruin you.
Don't you know who I am?
Exactly.
Standing by.
Kids these days. Kids these days with their barbershop music and
Got
their
it. No shooting, just
quartets.
running.
Keep shooting the Clint. Break this Clint. Turn this Clint into dust. I know it's only a Clint, but I think it may actually be one of the problems with my heat control. There it goes. He has no arms. I'll take it.
Target's taking a...
Talking about barbers is illegal. And over the Clint goes. Artless. Oh. Yeah, that's what we wanted. Got the roughneck moving on forward. Did you see Merc skin? Alright, so the Clint fell over and blew himself up. I love it. Another Clint coming along. It's Clint P2. Gonna fire a 93 damage shot.
I'm showing minor damage.
Excuse me. Which Clints have AC-20s on them? And the drop pods. We've got our friends. Pirate Lance. What do we got? Oh, a Marauder 4S. Okay. Hunchback 1G. Okay. What are you? With the Clint P2. That's a Pirate AC-5 and it did 93 damage to the building. I have a problem with this. Another Pirate Clint, of course. 20 RPPC and just a whole bunch of medium lasers. This sounds very similar to builds that most of my players would make in our Mech HQ game. They are very devoted followers of the cult of the medium laser, and they brook no blasphemy. Continue your move over to the side. Another vigilance. Bolt-on rocket launchers to on, and let's see if I can't break something. There we go. Spread out all over the place, but I'll take it.
That bin is empty.
Medium laser cult shall roll. See, you think that, but you would be wrong. The medium laser cult shall fall, as all cults before it have. Do you have a shot on the Ryokan? I do. Guess what we're gonna do. If you guys shoot at a Ryokan,
Got it.
you would be 115% correct. High explosives are set. Ultra gas set to ultra levels. Let it rip.
Roger.
And we dig. We dig, dig, dig.
Scored a critical hit.
It's not here anymore. Beautiful shall not.
Commander.
We mustn't forget the PPCs. Okay, you need to run as fast as you possibly can, because right now your right torso is about to fall off. So I need you
Roger.
to not be
Full
there.
throttle.
And if I lose the hag on that right torso, that'll be an annoying repair job. Standards, high explosives. It's all the same in the end, so dump him.
Lock in target.
Best driver I know, and let's see storm.
Reporting.
Alright, running gun. You have one goal and one goal only at this moment. Is continue to hunt down. You actually might take a shot at the Ryokan. We'll see. 37% accuracy. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Switch over. Our guns are a little bit less than I'd like. Oh, he's got a Risk Hyper Assault Gas Rifle. What even is that? 76% accuracy. I also have a beautiful shot on you. You're moving on 13. I've got other people who can take care of you. Shoot him in the back. The pulse lasers are not really good.
Solid connection on that one.
They're not very good at doing like straight up damage. They're more for crit seeking, so eventually we'll make it work. The medium laser cult is a group of excellent that choose the standard PPC. Stiletto, okay. Oh, you're the one who was firing the heavy PPC or the heavy medium laser. That makes sense.
Commander.
Kager, your Rubik's Cube is not in a great position. I'm not gonna lie. But, oh god, no, you're just kind of screwed. I hate to break it to you, but you're gonna have to hang tight with all these people. And hopefully you won't die, because they've got a lot of firepower. However, in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind, just murdering this Stormcrow, or the Ryokan 2 is not, that'd be great. It's not dead. That's a problem. I don't know if I have enough people that can get in position in time to kill him. Like, I've knocked out half of his guns, but he's still not completely toothless. Same thing with actually, if that RogueTech turns around and shoots me, it might be very painful. I would like to see what that risk hyper assault gas rifle is though, because having it would not be a bad thing.
Receiving you.
What kind of roll would be? And who you got? If you can slip in, nice and stealthily. Now you're gonna have to move a heck of a lot faster than that. 4, I'll take 4 as a minimum, but hopefully I'll be using the advantage of keeping you well and far away. How much else you got? 46. Crit him to death. Nope, did not work. Shot the darn thing. He didn't tell me that I thought I couldn't do it. You only hit with like 33% of your missiles. It was terrible. I'll leave. Oh my god, can you stop shooting the shoulder of the Ebon Jag?
My heat gauge is all wrecked, Commander.
It's getting ridiculous now. Alright, there's only one person that we can sit here and rely upon to actually save the world. That is, of course, Pyro. He's gonna drive into the middle of things and shoot the crap out of him.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
There we go. It's gone. Although the Ebon Jag's shoulder, I think, is also about to be gone.
Destroyed.
Because there's a whole bunch of mechs about to go, and I can't get the Ebon Jag out of here in time. Marauder. Marauder did nothing. Okay, I can work with this. If you continue to do nothing, we'll consider your surrender. AWACS defending itself as best it can with flares.
Barely hit, Commander.
Clint, no! Stay away, Clint. Got 2 13s and a 12 about to come up. So, one of those 13s has a hyper assault gas rifle, and I have a unit with an open shoulder. So this is, oh, but he's gonna continue to go for air targets. He got it, I think.
They've blown past my armor.
Or maybe not. Maybe he just dropped down a level. Although that rotor's got to be getting weak. And then a hunchback with 8 million guns on it. And last but certainly not least, Mr. 12, but that's the end. Another leopard, Jesus. All I'm trying to do is get my bloody Ebon Jaguar out of here. The heat is killing me. Literally. Run. Just run. Put your back to the enemy. There's no other way. And using any sort of bonus for defense wouldn't, or bonus wouldn't matter. The stiletto hunting me may actually be a major problem. At least I got my left arm towards him. But I may have to go toe to toe with this Marauder. So that's gonna be uncomfortable. Copper Top and Big Iron. Hi. A couple of mechs need to die. One of those is a Roughneck. And one of those is a Marauder. And one of those is a god darn Clint. How the gosh darn Clint still needs to die, but he does. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna offer them a sweet, juicy target. In the meantime, I'm also gonna see if I can't completely annihilate this Clint because he keeps overcooking me, and I don't want that to happen anymore. Explode! Ugh, missing again. Sure, we are missing again by the 2.5 million leopard though, because there's a little bit of them around.
Commander.
AWACS, how's your roof? 9. 9 health is what he's got left. This is less than ideal. We'll line up on you and pop the Marauder.
Acknowledge.
I'm not going to use the arrow because I'm about to go in close with another
Ready
mech.
for orders.
And so going in close with him would also be a little bit overkill. You do have a Clint. This seems to be a standard Clint though. This Hunchback is a heavy and a medium rifle. I'm going to ignore that. Like, I know I probably shouldn't, but at the same time, I'm just going to ignore it. We're going to pretend like it doesn't matter. Because it kind of doesn't. Streak Mark II, I don't care. I'm going to go for that Clint though. I'll line it up and give myself a little bit of Warlord for the protection. Go, really? I placed myself in an obstructed shot? Of course I did. Let's go Warlord and see if we can't avoid shooting the back of our own person who's about to start a brawl. Because I would like this Clint not to be here for the additional firepower. High explosives is where it's at!
Confirmed. Fire.
I was hoping for a moment that it would just explode. It came very close. If that Ultra Gauss shot hadn't missed and had gone into a shoulder, it would have killed him. Or at least it would have taken out a shoulder. So the available vehicle in the game, what would everyone consider to be the best all-rounder? You can separate flying versus strike versus hover if it helps. I'm just curious because I'm thinking a wheeled Hetzer, a Nidhogg, and a Plainsman. I wouldn't bother with anything that drives on the ground. So would you want to be looking for things like Ifrits?
Damage is minor,
Ifrits,
Commander.
Nidhoggs, Fusions are okay, but they're a little bit vulnerable because they're not that fast. Our mask is getting a little ridiculous. We brought that thing up to 40%. And at that point, it's time to chill. Can't get the shot that I want. Alright, if you can't do what you want, do what you can. 22%, 43%, 17%? Really? This is gonna suck. Keep it nice and tight to the building. That way we can hopefully avoid other problems. Oh, that's much better in accuracy. Of all the pulse lasers. And put a warlord, obviously. That way we can just barely keep the temperature in check. Yeah, click and gone. Well-rounded combat philosophy is how you lose.
Hope we can salvage that.
I guess this is probably the best hover for variety. What? Hell no. If it's a hover, it's not a good thing. If it's tracked, it might be good. Ideally, though, the best thing is either a VTOL or an artillery piece that never has to see the front of the enemy. But I would not field a lot of things. For just generalistic, it's just not a safe bet to try and do that. Cube, gonna come in at the side of the Marauder, and we're gonna engage.
I got it.
Excel check. Not quite. We came close though.
Reporting critical hit.
Marauder's unstable, and we'll be able to knock him over before he gets restable, so that'll be great. Got another Clint coming in. 59 damage on that.
Damage minimal.
One of these days he's gonna get you. Seen some decent pick aside, but I wouldn't want to field them over set 3 Nidhogg. Shamash is good for scouting. Nah, give me a Jest 2 tactical missile carrier. What I thought is well-rounded means pros and cons are equal out because thus the losses are less financially impactful. No. Let's get you a regulator too, depending on if you want the hover tank to have a rack 5 for a Gauss rifle. I'd rather a Gauss rifle so I can keep it in back so the enemy can never see me. Mars heavy assault vehicle.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Long-time carrier, Just 2 tactical carrier, risk heavy MML carrier. Those are the things you bring.
Waiting for orders.
Those are the things you bring if you want the best. Oh, I'm not actually gonna have a shot on this Marauder. Oh, I do. Where is it? There it is. You're mine. You haven't realized it yet, but you're mine. Turret, baby. Okay, we got the small hit we wanted. If we're going to ridiculous, a behemoth and a Morg are quite fun. A Jest 2 is not ridiculous. Buy nukes and stop playing video games? Nah. Reductive. Not even worth debating on that one. But no, so the reason why Jest 2 tactical missile carrier is what you want to get is they're very plentiful. You run into a lot of them. They've got ECM, and they've got a shit ton of missiles, and that's kind of the winner of everything. Artillery is where vehicles are at now because you can lose them and actually lose them permanently. Whereas before, you couldn't actually lose a vehicle permanently. If it died, it always came back. Well, now it's based on your mech recovery chance. So. Alright, you are going to be the focus of all of my wrath. Hopefully that'll work out well for me. I'll take that.
On my way.
Keep the range a little bit long. Sunspider's kind of vulnerable right now, but that's fine. Blow up the Marauder's leg just so it has fewer areas to cause damage to.
Reporting.
Yeah, I'm too focused on stupid and fun to care about optimal. Well, he asked for optimal. So, like, that may not be your bag, but that's what he asked for.
I copy.
Move into the cover. Hi. I'm going to try and take your other leg just for the giggles. I'm not going to really bet anything on it. Hey, he's missing his shoulder now.
That hit something good.
A little disappointing that I did. One game differently for different reasons. Wow, we blew up the shoulder that was the strong shoulder, too. I'm a little bit surprised. Like, I know I aimed for that leg, but still. We're probably going to destroy completely everything off of this
I
mech
copy.
before anything is successfully saved or destroyed. You're going to run over here. We're going to continue to provide long-range fire support to people, preferably without being seen. Killing the harasser, of course.
Affirmative.
Exploding the Marauder. He deserves it! He knows he deserves it. He's a pirate. Also, he decided to build a Marauder with no, like, other really cool shoulder gun. Boring in all facets of existence. Yeah, we blow up the shoulder, he has literally nothing. He's a one-move kick machine.
How might I help?
Run and gun! What you can do is you can continue to try and utterly murk people. Specifically, I would like you to utterly and totally murk this guy. You cannot move into the... Okay. No rubble for you, obviously. 50%, I'll take it.
Of course.
Because if I hit you once, you're probably going to explode. And that works for me.
Locked on, rear arm.
Or I can hit you twice and not explode. That'll work. As a whole, with
That
trying
is
to attach sound to the universe is crazy, but at local levels you can attach some tactics.
Good to go.
Alrighty. You're gonna go high. You're just gonna go for crits. Oh, need to move faster. That'll work.
On the move.
Keep
Full
high to
speed.
keep all the evasion points, and then just shoot for the shoulder train. Well, we can't. He doesn't have anything to blow up, but we might be able to terrify him out of the mech.
Critical hit,
Water wants to be a
Commander.
frontliner and gets bullied. Me, shooters are generally where I get my minus from. Strategy and RPGs are serious fun.
Huh?
Alright, Big Iron, go finish him off. He's yours, and you know it.
Heading that way.
I mean, both of these are theoretically great choices to knock out, but the Marauder still has a chance of getting up. So go for his leg. Hey, that's both legs, or it might be his other shoulder. I don't know.
Something just went boom.
He bailed. There's nothing left of him. Okay, we got a Phoenix Hawk up north. We'll have to deal with it eventually. Light MML carrier. I was hoping that they would fight amongst themselves. It did not work. Derek just thinks there should only be one
Internal
Marauder in the
structure
universe.
damage.
My Marauders. That is the rule. Alright, we're going well over time. I'm going to put a cut in here for YouTube, so to my YouTube people, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every single time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.